Imagine your body for a second as this incredibly high-performance engine. Every single day, you fuel it up, fully expecting it to run smoothly, keep you energized, and just, power you through your life. But what happens when that engine suddenly loses the ability to process its own fuel? The fuel is right there, sitting right inside the system, but the engine is literally starving. This mechanical failure isn't happening in a car. It's actually happening inside millions of human bodies right now. And the numbers, they are absolutely staggering. We're talking over 500 million adults worldwide currently dealing with this systemic engine failure. It's a condition quietly crossing borders, age groups, and lifestyles, rapidly turning into a true global health epidemic. But why is it rising so fast? And more importantly, what exactly is happening down on a cellular level? Well, welcome to this explainer. Today, we are going to decode the biology of diabetes. We're stripping away all that complex medical jargon to really understand how our bodies manage energy, where the system breaks down, and how you can take the power back. Whether you're managing the condition yourself, helping out a loved one, or just looking to safeguard your own future, you are definitely in the right place. How blood sugar works. Okay, let's dive right into this. Before we can really understand the disease, we absolutely have to understand the healthy baseline. Like, how is the human body supposed to function when everything is working perfectly? It all kicks off with glucose. When you eat a meal, whether it's a crisp apple, a bowl of rice, or a slice of bread, your digestive system breaks that food down into these tiny essential sugar particles called glucose. Think of them as glowing little energy spheres traveling directly into your bloodstream. Their ultimate goal? To get inside your body's cells to act as the primary fuel that keeps your brain thinking, your heart beating, and your muscles moving. But there's a catch. Glucose can't just walk right into your cells uninvited. And that brings us to our second crucial player here, insulin. Your pancreas, which is this small organ sitting right behind your stomach, is basically your body's insulin factory. Insulin acts exactly like a chemical key. See, your cells have locked doors. Glucose is knocking on those doors all day, but without the insulin key to unlock them, the glucose just bounces off and stays completely trapped in your bloodstream. So when things are working right, it creates this beautifully synchronized biological dance. Step 1, food becomes glucose. Step 2, that glucose enters the bloodstream, naturally raising your blood sugar levels. Your pancreas detects this rise and immediately jumps to step 3, releasing just the perfect amount of insulin. And finally, step 4, the insulin travels through the blood, unlocks the cells, and the glucose rushes in to give you that much-needed energy. Your blood sugar levels drop back down to a safe, normal baseline. When this system works, it is a literal masterpiece of natural engineering. When the system breaks down, because what actually happens when this perfect biological system malfunctions? That brings us to the very core of what we call diabetes. The contrast is pretty stark. When healthy, the insulin keys work, the cells are open, and the bloodstream stays clear. But in a diabetic state, glucose gets totally bottlenecked. Why? Because the insulin key is either completely missing or the cell's locks have sort of rusted over and are just ignoring the key. The result is exactly the same either way. The cells starve for energy while toxic levels of sugar become trapped in the bloodstream, eventually turning the blood thick and syrupy. Types, symptoms, and diagnosis. Now, this trapped sugar is the root cause of the disease, but this malfunction doesn't just happen in one single way. Let's look at the different ways this condition manifests and exactly how doctors identify them. So here is the breakdown. In type 1 diabetes, the pancreas factory is completely shut down. It produces zero insulin. This is actually an autoimmune condition where the body mistakenly attacks its own factory. Type 2 is a bit different. The pancreas might still be making insulin, but the body's cells completely resist it. The locks are broken. This is by far the most common form. Then we have gestational diabetes, which can develop temporarily during pregnancy. And finally, prediabetes. Think of this as the flashing yellow light, the warning zone, where blood sugar is high, but not quite high enough to be classified as full type 2 just yet. Doctors actually measure these warning zones using tests like fasting blood sugar or the HbA1c test, which is basically a 3-month memory card of your average blood sugar. Stay in the green zone, and you're doing great, perfectly normal. Move into the yellow, prediabetes zone, usually an A1C between 5.7 and 6.4%, and you have a really crucial window to reverse course. Hit the red zone at 6.5% or higher, and unfortunately, you cross the threshold into official diabetes territory.
So how does your body tell you you're entering that red zone? It literally sets off system alarms. Because there's excess sugar in your blood, your kidneys have to work in absolute overdrive to flush it out, leading to frequent urination. That naturally drains your body's fluids, causing excessive thirst. Because your cells are starving for all that energy trapped in the blood, you feel extreme fatigue and increased hunger. You might even experience blurred vision as fluid is pulled from your eye lenses, or notice slow wound healing and unexplained weight loss. Honestly, these aren't just random annoyances. These are blaring sirens from your body's engine.
The risks of high sugar. And we really, really must pay attention to those sirens because the long-term consequences of ignoring them are incredibly severe. Remember that metaphor of the blood becoming thick and syrupy? Well, over time, pumping that toxic blood acts almost like sandpaper on the fragile lining of your blood vessels. This creates a really dangerous cascade of complications. It damages the massive vessels pumping to your heart and brain, dramatically increasing the risk of heart disease and stroke. It destroys the tiny, delicate filters in your kidneys. It damages the microscopic vessels feeding your nerves and eyes, leading to numbness, extreme foot complications, and even blindness. Knowing those risks, what actually pushes a person into the danger zone to begin with? Well, it's a complex mix. Family history and age are the genetic hand you're dealt, but lifestyle factors like obesity, physical inactivity, poor diet, and chronic stress are massive, massive triggers. There's a famous saying in medicine, genetics load the gun, but lifestyle pulls the trigger. The good news here, we have incredible control over that trigger. Taking back control. And that brings us to the absolute most empowering part of this explainer. This is the repair phase. This is where we talk about how you actually take back control. First things first, we have to clear away the noise and separate myth from reality. Myth number 1, eating too much sugar directly causes diabetes. Reality? It's way more complex, involving weight, genetics, and overall lifestyle, not just eating a single candy bar. Myth number 2, it's permanently curable. Reality? While type 2 can often go into remission, it is generally a lifelong condition that requires active management. And myth 3, insulin is dangerous. Reality? For so many people, insulin is quite literally a life-saving miracle. We have to arm ourselves with facts here, not fear. So, how do we apply these facts every single day? Think of this as your daily maintenance manual. Step 1, healthy eating and intentional meal planning to keep those rapid glucose spikes manageable. Step 2, regular exercise. Listen to this. When you move your muscles, they actually absorb glucose straight from the blood without even needing the insulin key. It's basically a biological cheat code. Step 3, better sleep and stress management to keep your hormones properly balanced. And step 4, routine health checkups to catch those yellow warning lights early. Now, if you are diagnosed, your treatment overview will look something like this. Lifestyle modifications are always the foundation, but it also involves routine blood sugar monitoring to track your engine's performance in real time. And most importantly, medical supervision. I honestly cannot stress this enough. This explainer is your educational roadmap, but your doctor is your personal mechanic. Whether your treatment involves oral medications, insulin therapy, or continuous monitors, professional medical guidance is absolutely essential to tailor the right approach for your specific body. Always remember this. Diabetes is a manageable condition. With the right knowledge, lifestyle choices, and medical support, you hold the power to take control of your health. Yes, the biology is complex. Yes, the statistics out there are super intimidating. But the overarching truth is that the human body is remarkably resilient when you just give it the right tools, the right fuel, and the right care. Which leaves us with one final question to ponder today. Are you ready to take charge of your habits and unlock a healthier future? The biological locks and keys are inside you right now. Pay attention to the warning signs, consult with your medical professionals, and make those daily choices that